Emily is like the main character in Strange Academy. As soon as that shit start off, you get her backstory about how she had powers since she was a fucking baby. One day her dog walked into the street and got hit by a car, and she brought that motherfucker back to life. She started fucking with her powers, and she had tried to bring these flowers to life, but that motherfucker ended up creating this damn tree that became a monster, so she had to fight the motherfucker. But it was starting to become too much. That's when one of her teachers came and saved their ass. Then the teacher told their parents to let her come to the school, the Strange Academy. So one of the first little like big events for the kids was when Calvin had got kidnapped by this thing when they was playing hide and seek. So all the kids worried about him trying to figure out where he was at. Doyle ass ended up getting to it with his roommate. They always fighting. And it was something he had said about fucking Emily. So Emily came through and then fucking basically started fighting her own battles and shit and fucked his ass up. That's Enchantress' son. So they go up in the motherfucking swamp. They end up getting split up. Then they end up meeting up with their friends, but come to find out their friends got kidnapped by the same people that fucking Calvin got kidnapped by. So they end up fighting their ass. That's where you see a lot of their powers, like Thoth uses crystal powers, and then you see that Zoe is a zombie because she was hiding it up to this point. Then Doyle tried to go ahead and fucking fight the damn thing, but they ass end up absorbing like all this fucking energy and shit. So that shit pissed Emily ass off, and she started siphoning his fucking life force energy and shit. But it was too much for her, so she ended up fainting. That's when the damn teachers came through, Dr. Strange, Dr. Voodoo, and Man Thing. Then they stopped their ass. Then fucking Doyle died. So they take the damn kids back, and the damn energy was too much. It still was fucking up Emily. So Dr. Strange had to look and see what the fuck was really going on. The magic wasn't just in her blood, it was attaching itself to every cell in her body. If they tried to take it out, it would tear her apart. So they had to take her to Hogwarts to make a deal with him. And that was the basically get the damn energy in control. And he would be in debt to him, Dr. Strange, so he did it. That's where you started to see a little hint of Emily starting to change. She was pissed because she wanted to fucking save Doyle's life, and she felt like they wasn't trying, so she went to the dark dimension to try to go talk to Dormammu, which is Doyle's dad. But she didn't know where she was going, so Dr. Strange went to go get her, and he's like, look, I'm gonna help him. So she went over to Doyle's body to say goodbye to him for the last time. And she started to cry, and her tears fucking brought his ass back to life. So this is the second time she done brought back motherfucker after they done died. So later, Thoth ended up getting destroyed, right? They had to piece his ass back together. They got his mom and his dad to help them piece him back together. So they called on the detective, which was Howard the Duck. Howard went to go investigate everybody and see what their morals was, and to see where they was around the time that that stuff happened with Thoth. All of them had legit alibis. So he went back to the crime scene. They found this pin from a jacket. It was Calvin's jacket. And he had the most important part to finally put Thoth back together so he could save his life, which was his heart piece, and he had it in his pocket. He didn't know because the jacket was actually a fucking god or like a demon thing, and it took him over. And his name was Misery, and they had to fight that motherfucker. This is what he became. The backstory of that damn thing is it was something that Dr. Strange had fucking fought, and he sealed him up. He ended up becoming like he went to this damn crib and shit, right? And he ended up becoming like a jacket when he saw Calvin because he was hurting and shit, and that's how he got the jacket. He was fucking everybody up, I'm not gonna lie. That's when Desi ass came through and did her. You saw what she could do, and her ass was not fucking playing. She ate that motherfucker. After that, Calvin was sad because he ain't got no more powers. His powers came from his jacket, but they still accepted him. While they was playing hide and seek earlier in the series and shit, she came across this door, right? Where it was this dude in there. She was trying to help him. So she came back and tried to help him. And this motherfucker was an evil motherfucker. That's why he was locked up in the first place. You can pause to read his little backstory right here. But she wasn't gonna like fucking like right here. I'm like, why are you trying to fucking let him out then? She wasn't. She was actually just gonna free his mind. And this is what she did for him. She was able to let him see his family and shit again. Around this time is where we get Zoe's backstory, how she's descended from this witch, and that the women in her family was blessed with the gifts passed down from her ancestors. She struggled with her magic and shit, right? So she went to this dude to try to get help for it, and he like blessed her with this magic, but the damn wishes, he sells them like drugs. That shit didn't last long, her little boost, so she went back to him and shit, but that shit ended up killing her ass. So her dad and her family took her to the damn thing that you seen earlier and made a wish to fucking that lady that's buried there. And it brought her back to life, but the magic had fucked her up, and that's why she is a zombie now. So you see Calvin there, right there? He wanted to go holler at that dude that gave her power. She's like, I'm not finna tell you where that's at. He's like, I need my magic. Dude heard that, right? He heard their little argument and shit. I gotta go back to when after Doyle died, and she brought back Doyle back to life. So after Doyle got back to life, Dr. Strange gave her this ring. This ring was made from Doyle's like pieces of his face thing and shit, and it was able to keep the damn magics that was inside of her in check. Later they went on the field trip, and old girl asked off to be her boyfriend, and that's how they became boyfriend and girlfriend. And she followed up suit with fucking Doyle, and they became boyfriend and girlfriend. So Dr. Voodoo was trying to teach fucking the kids how to do time manipulation shit. Doyle used his, but this shit fucked up. Calvin, he was pissed because he couldn't do magic. He was trying to learn it, but that shit wasn't working. Back to Doyle, he got sent to the future, and he saw the future version of himself and all the classmates, and he saw Emily was messing with the damn dude that he had fought, that Enchantress son, and they end up fighting each other in the future. Dr. Voodoo come get him, and that shit kind of fucked him up. And like I said, Calvin was getting tired of that shit that he didn't have no power, so he ended up finally meeting up with Dude Ass. And bro gave him a little bit of magic like he did with Zoe. Later they had a class and they had to all fight each other, and he had to fight the other Enchantress son, and he ended up using his power on his ass because they thought that he didn't have no magic. He fucked Dude Ass up. He was trying to fucking fry his ass. Bro tried to walk off, but he tripped his ass. And that's when he grabbed his damn thing and he was finna whoop his ass with it. Calvin got up and stole off on his ass. They get the kind of fighting and shit again, but they hold each other back. Magic and shit hold them back. Then he runs off, and Zoe already know where the fuck he going, where he got that magic from. Later he come back to the school, but now this motherfucker basically drug dealing fucking wishes and shit to the kids. And something happened to Hagoff. So weeks went down the line, he was getting away with it, but he ended up getting caught by Dr. Voodoo. He expelled his ass. I know it seemed like I'm everywhere, but it's still connected to her. He expelled her ass. And around this time, they was like the prom and shit. They was finna go to prom, and she was finna go ahead and meet up with Doyle. And Doyle was waiting. He had flowers and everything on her. She was running late, so she tried to hurry up and get to him. But she seen that Calvin was he's finna leave because he got expelled. So she talked to him. Instead of fucking going to prom and shit, she said she'll be with you right. Basically talked to his ass all night, and his ass got sent off. As you can see, he was pissed. Later, these motherfuckers get into it, right? Then they break up, and then this is where Doyle had fought all of their ass. And they fought because he felt like he should have been expelled, and she felt like that he shouldn't have. So this is where fucking Doyle, he decided to leave the school because he felt like he was a danger to the school, but he ended up coming back. But then all the rest of the damn kids left because they was tired of the damn adults, basically. They felt like the adults was lying to them. If you was reading the shit, they felt like the adults was lying to them. Dr. Voodoo go holler at Gaslamp about what the hell happened with fucking Calvin, and told his ass, don't come around them damn kids no more, I'm gonna fuck you up. Emily get into it with the teacher from the beginning of this shit. They fight. Emily she win that fight, I don't give a fuck. Then they said, fuck it, we finna really leave. Then they go to the dark dimension. Now in the new Strange Academy comics that just came out, we on issue 5 right now. And issue 1, she got the kids with her and shit, and her and Zoe, they end up getting into a heated argument. This motherfucker still trying to sell fucking wishes and shit. He get robbed by motherfuckers and shit, right? So he go back to Gaslamp and tell him he got robbed. They was like, oh, that's bad, but we gonna use you for something else. They was gonna use his ass for energy, to drain his energy and shit. And that was it, but they end up going to get him. This is where Zoe and fucking Emily ass, they getting into it to the point where they fight. And she destroyed the whole fucking house with that fight. And Emily tell the rest of their kids that if they don't want to be there, they could leave. So she just, Desi was the only motherfucker that stayed with her. Later at this little carnival thing while Calvin was there, they pulled up trying to recruit Calvin. And they gave him back the damn jacket, which I don't even know how the fuck they gave it back, because she ate it. It started to take him over, but he wasn't going for that shit. He ripped it off. So they said, fuck it. They went back to the damn dark dimension. And this is where they end up teaming up with Dormammu. And now currently in the newest issue, like you seen the damn video, they're fighting each other, and then the mom came to basically stop the fight with Emily, and we gotta wait on the next issue to see what the fuck going on with that, and to see if Emily gonna turn back good or not. Throughout the comic, Doyle thought that he was gonna destroy the world, right? It was a prophecy about it. But the prophecy was wrong. She was the one that's supposed to be destroying the world. And that's everything I know about Emily, bro.